Right, welcome guys to the Slowpoke World, and today we've got one of the new boogeymen from this new format, okay? Straight Decidueye. On face value, he's looking like a problem. He's going to have to force a lot of decks to adapt. But is it actually good enough to be a standard or consistent enough? Let's have a look. Alright, welcome guys to the Slowpoke World, where today we've got the new boogeyman of the Darkness Ablaze format, and could be the boogeyman for the whole new post-rotation format in general. Got ourselves straight Decidueye. Now, Decidueye is a card that I've seen some people want to pair with Greedent, and in my opinion, the attack on Decidueye is worth attacking with, even though it's slightly hard to get going in Greedent. I don't think it's much worse, so I think you're better off running it as a straight deck. So let's have a look. So, Decidueye is a stage 2 grass type Pokemon. There we go, with Zacian shot, yep, with 140 HP, with an ability, a gangster ability at that, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by the attacks of your opponent's V and GX. So that includes V and VMAXs, in case you're wondering. So against a lot of decks in format right now, think about it, like could Dragapult hit this? I mean, it could probably spread damage to the bench, that's about it. ADP, they're not running any of any other Pokemon, they can't hit this either. So Decidueye seems super strong. And this attack isn't half bad either. Normally the attacks on these safeguard Pokemon is what holds them back, but the attack here I think is decent enough. Got Split Arrow for 1 grass, 1 colourless. You do 90. This attack does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it's actually like a lot of damage coming out there, to be fair, for a non-GX that's immune to pretty much everything. So I think that's worth building around. I think if you can just get enough of these split arrows in, I mean, it 3-shots most things, that's fine to me. You play one of the Dark Tricks. This one does 1 for 40 with a 1 retreat cost and has 80 health. I think that's just the one to play. I just think that seems pretty decent. And ignore the pictures on the Rowlets here. I think the one you want to run is the one that I'm showing on screen. I don't think the one with the ability is worth it. It's only got 50 HP. And I think you'd rather have the extra health, to be honest. So ignore what you see there for Rowlets. We've got a 4-1-3 line, okay? We then play 4 Jirachi. This is going to help us find our Stellar Wish, you know, I mean, help us find stuff with Stellar Wish, I should say, you know, Candy, Skylar, Turfwell Stage, and all that good stuff. Because once we get one Decidueye out, we're going to have a lot of time, you know. Once the first Decidueye is out, we've got time to try and find our second one nice and slowly. But if we can get a turn 2 Decidueye, even if not attacking, get a turn 2 Decidueye, we've got time, then we can attach our energies, and Jirachi is just going to help us do that. Okay, we then play one of the new Mimikyu. Now, I'm hesitant in this kind of a deck to warrant to play any bench sitters because they are going to get boss's orders killed. We know this, but what this Mimikyu lets you do is it stops your opponent's Malolana and any bench healing for that matter as well. So I guess if a guy VMAX on the bench, they can't use the odd canned goods because we're not really doing that much damage now. You know, maybe in past formats 90 for 2 is quite good, but in this format it's rubbish. So they're going to want to try and Malolana it away, stuff like this, and this Mimikyu stops that. And then to cheat some extra prizes, we play 1 Pheromosa Buzzwole GX with the Beast Game attack, which is 50, and if it carries a Pokemon, take 1 extra prize card. Technically, we can use the other 2 attacks as well. Jet Punch 1 for 30, does 30 to your opponent's bench. Pretty decent. We're already hitting the bench rather hard with Decidueye, so we could clean up some late game KOs with Jet Punch. And Elegant Soul is 3 for 190, and it does 60 during your next turn. Elegant Soul. I don't think we'll be using Elegant Soul much, but you know, it's there. Okay, on to supporters. We play 4 Professor's Research. Discard draw 7 is insane. You know, I've seen some lists for this where you can sort of go with like a greens, where you just say, right, I will get the turn 2 Decidueye. There's no doubt in my mind about this. But after that, you know, they are kind of dead. You know, once you get the first Decidueye out, that's it. And you got 4 dead cards in your deck. So as much as I do like greens as I can, I don't think this is the right place for it. You know, we've already got so much stuff like Turfwell Stadium. It's not too hard to find a Decidueye, right? So instead of greens, I'm going to roll with Research Engine along with 4 Skylar. Skylar's going to help us find the rare candy, find a Turfwell Stadium, you know, find anything we need really. And this is going to be live throughout the rest of the game, so it doesn't just die once we get our first Decidueye out. So I think Skylar's perfectly fine in a deck like this. 3 Boss's Orders. I know they're Guzmas, but you know, let me use my regional promo Guzma. I didn't get to use them too much. I did get to use them a lot, I lie, but 3 Boss's Orders. Because, you know, I mean, if you want to put a fourth, then I'm not against that in all honesty. But because we are doing such little output, but I think 3 is going to be fine for now. Let's go on to the trainers. For Quick Ball, now this is how we're going to find all our Pokemon really. Find our Rowlet, find our Jirachi, find our Mimikyu, and our Pheromones of Buzzwole. So I think 4 in here is rather well. You know, if we lead Jirachi, we need to get down like multiple Rowlets if possible. So you know, playing 4 Quick Ball will help us do that. We play 4 Switch, and we can just move around our Pokemon. You know, if we haven't got the Quick Balls for our second Rowlet, you know, we can switch into another Jirachi or, you know, Scoop Up Net, anything like this. It just gives us a lot of movement. If they try and bust us or the stall as well, we can just, you know, switch out of that basically. 4 Poké. This is just so we can find the Skylers, to be honest with you, because Skyler's going to be the lifeblood of this deck, really. You know, let's say we've got Candy in hand, we haven't got Stadium. Skyler fixes that. You know, Skyler just finds the missing part of the stage 2 puzzle, as it were. So anytime we can get Skyler value turn 2, I think Pokegears is really, really good. It also lets you find research if you're in a bit of a pinch as well. We have 4 Scoop Up Nets. This is just so we can get multiple use out of Jirachi, and what it's also going to let us do is take them off the board late game, so there isn't really prize on the board. Like, let's say your opponent's only got 1 prize left, you can just Scoop Up Net Jirachi, Scoop Up Net Mimikyu, and just say, right, can you get through this Decidueye? Like, can you do it? Like, I've already knocked out your 1 Decidueye answer. Can you like, you know, find another one? Most time not, and so Scoop is going to be quite good for that. But like I said, it's mostly just so we can, you know, get multiple Stellar Wishes off, so we can try and find our stage 2 puzzle. 4 Rare Candy with a stage 2 deck, with a really good stage 2 deck once we're out, so I think playing 4 is, you know, absolutely necessary. And then onto the stadiums, like I said, Turffield, we've actually played a full 4 count. You might think that's a little bit excessive, but, you know, like I said, once we get the Decidueye out, we are off and away. So I really like 4. I like just being able to just, you know, sit back, easily find the Decidueye, you know, and 4 Turffield stadiums. Let's do this. And then to round out the list, I think we play 9 basic grass, or 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 basic grass. Again, now in theory, we're not under too much pressure to find these each turn, but you know, then most decks will probably play at least 1 Decidueye answer. So, you know, if you want to like play a little bit more to make sure you can always be attaching per turn, but we've got no acceleration here, then that's all well and good. Other options, I've seen some of this play the Grovyle, the one that lets you search out grass types. Don't think it's necessary, but I can see it's pretty strong, don't get me wrong, but hey, a little bit of rhyme in there. But I think the Decidueye is just fine on their own. Other options have I seen? I can't think of anyone now, to be fair, but yeah, I guess that's that then. But so yeah, that's straight Decidueye. Let me know what you think. Super strong archetype, you know. This kind of a deck will force decks to evolve and, you know, change up their decks and change the meta up. Because it stands now, this deck I think is a big enough threat to where other decks like Dragapult, Guardian VMAX, you know, any deck that doesn't play non-GX answers will have to now. I think Decidueye is good enough to where other decks will have to adapt. And I think for the first like month or 2, this could be a really solid pick because people just want to know what to do. They might just shove in like, I don't know, 1 Zapdos into Pikarom, for example. Okay, that's fine. Once you carry that though, it's game over. Like, so I think Decidueye might be a cheeky good pick. But thanks for watching as always, guys. You know, if you want to see more Darkness Ablaze content, I've got a ton now. Check the playlist in the description, you know, and don't be scared to hit that subscribe button. Put a new TCG video out at least once a day, okay? But thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you all next time.